Hello everyone! So, while I was working on my Wedding Waves video about the story, I came upon this on Twitter, or is it X now? You don't mind if I still call it Twitter, right Elon? Sure, you don't mind. We're buddies, best buddies, aren't we? But yeah, enough about those jokes. Let's get into something serious. So it appears that even the mighty Gaben isn't strong enough to resist and fight with the almighty payment processor. So we have this news that just dropped like 15 minutes ago, and it already has 1.3 million views, 2k 2000 retweets and 19,000 likes, which if you haven't checked it, please go and retweet it for everyone to know, because we have to do something about this, because this is getting insane. But yeah, Steam updates its rules to comply with payment processor censorship, purges multiple titles, details below. And we have this lovely meme, which YouTube don't demonize me for this, is the myth of artistic freedom. I want to draw it, I want to see it, I don't. Isn't there some random payment processor you forgot to ask? Yeah, so basically this meme was born because lately there are third parties that think they can decide what can and can you do. We have Asmongold take on this. Payment processors monopolistic censorship is one of the biggest unchecked cartels right now. Fully 1 million billion % agree. Regulation is needed to either break up these companies or guarantee a degree of service. It's not a free market when every company operates collectively. Exactly. The free market is an illusion because right now Visa and MasterCard have a monopoly, which is why I said that crypto might be the best option and solution we have, because at least it gives them the much needed competition and they don't have a monopoly. But let's get into the article and see what it says. Steam is the largest PC gaming platform, has recently updated their rules for developers to prohibit content that may run afoul of the nebulous standards of payment processors. According to Automaton, the new rules remains vague. Of course they're vague. If they were set in stone, they couldn't say, I don't like this guy, so I'm going to ban him. Why? Because I can. There's no way they can come to me and say, but the rules stay are vague. I'm using them for my own benefit. Same thing is happening on Twitch right now. But let's get back to it. Content saying that developers should not submit content that may violate the rules and standards set forth by Steam's payment processors. Wait, what do you mean rules and standards? You're a payment processor. You don't get to say what are the standards and what is allowed and it's not allowed. Unless it's CP, then I fully support you knocking on their doors. But yeah, here's the important part. And I really want you to pay close attention to this paragraph I'm about to read. In recent months, payment processors such as Visa and MasterCard have been throwing their weight around to try and effectively ban content they find disagreeable. Sites both in Japan and in the West have been hit with these restrictions. Victims include Patreon, Fansly, and the Japanese retailers such as DL site. Notice anyone missing from there? Anyone? There's a certain site called Cornhub that's allowed to use their payment processor because by golly, we're jerking off to that, so we can't allow it to go down under. And there's also a very God dang it. They try to stop me. I swear they have spies in my computer that's try to stop me. Cause my OBS just crashed right as I was ranting about them. But let's get back to on topic. As I was saying, there's certain sites that are missing from the list, like a certain site called Cornhub, because of course we can't allow people not to watch corn, because the corn market is going to go down, and if the corn market is going to go down, then the oil that the corn makes is also going to go down. If you get that, good. If no, you're much too young for that. But there's also a very certain site that most of you are familiar with that it's not on this list. And it starts with being open and ends with to the fans. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, after Fansly effectively banned certain VTubers and content creators, how much you want to bet that actual women are still allowed to show their assets and they're not banned from the platform? After Fansly effectively banned certain VTubers and content creators, many have moved to RP Play. I have no idea what site is that. Japan has been particularly targeted by these efforts. Earlier this year, payment processor allegedly withheld funds from developers who sold their games on Steam. Which, I'm not a lawyer, but Eagle Lawyer, if by any chance you happen to watch this, or any lawyer YouTubers, or any lawyer for that matter, tell me in the comments if I'm right. If I don't think this is legal, what they're doing. But again, I'm not a lawyer, so what do I know? But how does this hurt you? Because, yeah, they're targeting adult games, and you might be thinking, yeah, but they deserve this. No, adult games should not be on Steam because the children, and oh my god, someone please think of the children. The person that should think of the children first and foremost is the parent. But that's besides the point. But that's not all they're targeting. They say that it's certain kinds of adult content, but adult content doesn't automatically mean corn or sexual content. It can also mean oh, I have the perfect example for you. Steins Gate. In the first hour or so, the first starting is with Kurisu being killed and Okabe finding out. That can be interpreted as adult content as well. Finding a murder or a body, blood, can be interpreted as adult only content as well. And why don't we actually ask what exactly is interpreted as aside from, let's see if it's going to, yeah, see exactly what I was saying. Violence, check. Gore, you can argue, and they will surely argue, that a dead body is gore. Strong and offensive language. We can already see that on Twitter. That's been you saying something that it's going to say, oh, I'm offended. How could you? Substance use or abuse. I don't think this fits. Discriminatory themes language. There's a lot of discrimination in Steins Gate that they can say it's not conforming to their standards. Traumatic and disturbing themes such like Shizuka or Shizuna or Ruka's traumatic and disturbing themes, gambling, and so on. So yeah, this has nothing to do with just adult content. If the rules were steel-cladded and they said, okay, this is not allowed and this is allowed, no one would have a problem with. But with their vague rules, they can go after everyone that doesn't like, that they don't like. So I just had to make this video so that everyone knows, and we have to do something to make these payment processors realize that they are in our service. We are not in their service. So yeah, as always, may your gachapools be blessed, And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers, everyone!